welcome back to another video, guys. Today's video is going to be, we're going to be matching a 70mm throttle body to this B series intake manifold. So that's what the video is going to be for today. I'm going to be also porting and polishing the head, but that's not today's video. I'm going to do a separate video on the head. Today's video is going to be matching the throttle body to the intake manifold. Also, the E30 is coming along. That's almost done. Check out my other videos if you are not a subscriber and you're new to the channel. Check out my videos on the E30. That'll be done soon, painting that. But let me get the camera flipped around and I'll show you what the problem is. All right, so I got the camera flipped around, and this is a stock manifold. I think it's a stock manifold for a B series, and he has a 70mm throttle body on here. And when I open it up, it's a little hard to see in there. I'm trying to turn it. Do you see those, like the edge, how it's not like smooth all the way through? That is what we need to fix today. Here, let me get the camera set up so you guys can see better. All right, so I got the camera all set up. So when I open this up, you guys can see inside there, there's a, see that lip on the inside there? That lip we don't want. Right in here, this lip, how it's not smooth, that's what we want to get rid of. That is a restriction in the intake. So when you open it up, that's the stock size of the port for the manifold, and this is an upgraded one. So we're just going to be port matching it so that that's all opened up inside there, so the air flows smoothly through and it doesn't create turbulence. It doesn't create turbulence inside the manifold. So I'm going to get the throttle body off, get the gasket all trimmed and mocked up, and then I'll get the camera set back up and we can start matching it. All right, so I took the throttle body off and I took the gasket and I trimmed it a little bit so that it would fit, because that's a stock gasket, so it's not 70mm. I'm not exactly sure what the stock throttle body size is millimeter wise, but that's a stock gasket. So it had like an overhanging lip over this, so it was just blocking. It was just creating turbulence in the intake, and you don't want that. You want all your air to flow smoothly through your throttle body into your intake. You want everything to flow very smoothly. That's where you lose horsepower, when you have turbulence and things like that. So I trimmed the gasket and I just traced it. So with some marker, yellow paint. Picked these up at Walmart, pretty cheap. They work really well. So just got the gasket trimmed and that all marked along the edge. So let that dry for a little, and then I'm just going to take I'm gonna record this, but I'm just gonna take my aluminum carbide bit and just go in a circle around there and just match it to the yellow. And the inside here, you don't want to match just the edge. You want to go the whole way through. The whole way through, just smooth all that out with the carbide bit, so that'll open this up. So let me get the camera set up and my tools set up, and then we can start matching this to the gasket. All right, so I got everything set up. Here's the bit that I'm using. It's just a aluminum carbide bit in my air die grinder. You always want to make sure that you check and make sure that it's spinning straight before you go in here porting, because if it's not in the die grinder right, it'll spin and jump around, and it's not good. So my air compressor is right next to me, so when I start, it's going to be really loud, so I'm probably going to cut that footage out, but I'm going to get started here and just show you guys. Basically, we're just going to be going around and evening out with the yellow line. So let's start doing that. Also, safety first. Always wear eye protection. It's throwing shavings all over the place. You do not want to get one of these shavings in your eyes. So make sure you always wear glasses and always have gloves or something on. So alright, so you can see made a huge mess already. Alright guys, here it is. It's a little bumpy still. I still have a little bit more smoothing out to do, but it's pretty much done. I blended it back into the top a little bit and took an 80 grit roll and went over everything. So it has a little bit of humps. Like here, it's like a hump and then a hump and shit. So got to finish smoothing that out. But this manifold is actually going to get cut open. We're going to cut the top off, and I'm going to go down in, and see the runners down in there. They're all gross and casting lines and stuff like that. I'm going to knife edge all over those. So those are going to be knife edged at the tip, and then we're going to port. I started this side just a little bit, but we're going to port all the way down through in that nasty casting line right there. We're going to get rid of that, and we're going to smooth this whole port out. We're going to do that for all of them. But let me bolt the throttle body on quick, and I'll show you guys how it looks now. Alright, so got the camera all set up, got my lights set up. So we're going to open the throttle body. And see, it just has a little bit more on the sides and stuff that I gotta smooth out, but that's a lot. It's a lot better than what it was. Just a little bit more in certain spots, but we just need to grind down some of those humps a little bit more and it'll be good. So, but that wraps it up for today's video. That's how you port match a 70 mil throttle body, any mil really. Bigger than factory, you might have to do this unless you get some type of like adapter plate, but even then the adapter plate will choke down and it will go thinner. The diameter of the port will be smaller, so it's kind of pointless. You're trying to get as much airflow as possible through this. But that wraps it up for today's video. I will be making another porting video on the head. That one's going to take a little bit longer. But that wraps it up for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're not a subscriber already. Links will be down below for my Facebook and Instagram accounts. Give those a follow too. And I'll see you guys in the next video.